I'm just making my way down to the docks, and I thought to myself I could film what we do when we're going in and out of the docks in more or less real time and give you a little guided tour, so to speak. Just getting down to the docks now, just about to go through to PreGate. That's where you have to book in. You have to use your registration number and the reference number, which I've got here, and that tells the computer what container you've got coming in and what container you've got going out as well, and then that tells you where you need to go and queue and all that sort of stuff. But looking at it, it's not actually that busy at the minute, so yeah, hopefully the wait isn't too long. But yeah, it is what it is. We have to wait sometimes. Always the way. Picked the wrong lane. If I'd gone in that lane I could have gone forward now, but no, I've got to wait now for this person in front of me. There's no point in trying to cut over because yeah, that truck was already over in that lane anyway, so it is what it is. Got a few minutes before my booking slot runs out anyway, so not worried about it. What are they doing? Messing around with something. Then finally they're moving. Bum, bum, bum. Right. Registration number. Booking number 868219. Yes, that's the correct one. That's the one I'm picking up. I can go over there. Queuing area 1. Do this window up because it's a little bit noisy. So now I need to go via the exit gates, and there's 3 of them. 1, 2 and 3, funny enough. 1's the closest one to the fence. So that's where I'm heading to now. I don't know if you can see them, that's the cranes that take the containers off of the ship, but there's no ship in that berthing area at the minute. There is one down on berthing area 3 down that end of the docks. The 3 separate lanes used to mean the 3 separate transfer areas, but they've done some work down here now and there's now only 2 transfer areas, but they get called 1 and 3 because they've got rid of transfer area 2 and changed that into empty park 1, and there's now empty park 2 as well. So yeah, just to confuse everybody. Shooting for. He's cleared there. Oh, finally we can go. Put the window down again. So now I have to go up to this computer, and this one confirms where we're going to. You don't always have the container taken off in the transfer area. Sometimes you have to go to one of the empty parks. So you have to come here to find out what you've got to do, what order. Takes a while. So you've got to go to the empty park, and that's empty park 1, and then round to transfer area 1. And that is a little bit annoying because you have to come out of transfer area 1, empty park area 1 exit, to go back into the transfer area, because that's just how they've set it up. So you have to go through the security bit twice. Wait for this truck. nothing coming the other way. Yeah. There we go. Back to this roundabout and straight over. You can see in front of us there the Straddlers. They're the ones that put the containers on and take them off the trailers. They'll lift full and empty containers, those ones. A lot of people, as you can see, take this corner really tight, but as long as there's nothing coming, I tend to go right over. There's plenty of room in here to get the trailers in, but it just opens up your options for queuing at the gate. Another computer screen. Some of them read your number plates, some of them don't, so. And the gates are really slow as well. Drive past the transfer 1 allocation point, which is just here. Need to keep an eye out for lorries moving around in here, because they'll swing over and stop you from getting past if they're trying to reverse, but it's quiet here in a minute. What work are they doing here? There's so much changing down here at the minute, it's quite difficult to keep up with it all. All these ones on here, on the right, are all the refrigerated and freezer containers. They have to be plugged in to stay cold. Those ones in front of us there that have got the masts, look a bit like forklifts. Those are the ones that unload the containers from the side. They'll only do empty containers. This area here with the green paint on the floor that you probably won't be able to see because it's just lines, is one of the only areas in the docks you're actually allowed to get out of your cab, because this is where you got to do your twist locks. High vis on. Looks like I timed it just right, because there's a few more trucks coming now. See what they're doing, because this one was waiting on the middle bay to have his containers taken off. see what they're doing, because this one was waiting in the middle bay to have his containers taken off. I think that end one is waiting for me, but I'm not going to go around. I'm just going to wait till he's done. Go right down to the very end. Handbrake on, just over a little bit so you can hear if there's anything that sounds a bit different. You get used to how they sound when they're coming off, but as long as you've done the twist locks, you'll be fine. Rattling around. Beep with the horn, say that it's off, and off we go. Check no one's coming. So you have to go out this way and out through the scanners, even though we've got no container on, because it's the only exit. That computer asks if your container has been taken off. You just tell it yes, and then tells you where to go next, which you've already been told, but it reminds you. The yellow things in front of us, they're the scanners. Yeah, not really sure what they're looking for. Things that shouldn't be in the container, I'm guessing. Probably people. Let's hope there's no people in the containers. We've got to go back around to the gate where we came in, and then that will tell us to go down to the transfer 1 allocation point. Level crossings down so we can go straight out. We have to go left as well, but we were going left anyway. When I go in this time, I'll go in nice and close, and then you can see the difference that it makes to where you're turning compared to how I did it last time. I find it easier if you go out wider and you can see what's happening on the gates here. A little bit easier, and then it opens up your options. If someone's taking some time, or sometimes they have cars going through the gates for security checks, so yeah, people don't want to get stuck behind one of them. You can get pulled over here. Do that window back up. You can get pulled over here for a random inspection, and just down there is where they'll ask you to reverse while they do their checks. They can look inside the cab, they can open up containers and look underneath and on top of them and stuff like that. It's entirely up to them what they're doing. Let's go to this allocation point just in front of us. There's two, one where that lorry is, obviously. Window down again. Takes a little while. Once it's allocated your bay that you need to go and reverse into, you have to type it in. That's to confirm that you've read the right bay number. We need bay 42. Starts off at 1 down that end, and the highest number, I think it's around number 50 at the other end. Keep going, keep on going. Right down towards the end. Some of the bays have got the markers to tell you where they are, but they are all written on the floor. So yeah, some of them make it a little bit easier by having the slots written on the signs. Reverse into this bay. Try and be as straight as possible. Bum, bum. Jump out and check that my twist locks are all okay. Go right in the bay, a little bit further back. And now it's just sit and wait. While the container is being loaded onto the trailer, at these docks you have to get out and stand at the front of the truck in the little green painted area. You give them a thumbs up if it's landed on the pins correctly. If not, you point to the pins that are not right, as in the twist lock pins, and they sort it out for you. Yeah, then you have to come over to this area here, and this is where you do your twist locks up and go and do your seal number. So let's go do that. Need the pen and paper. Can't remember that many numbers. Could be loads of them. Seal number all done. What I'm going to do now is take this off because I don't like driving with it on. Chuck it down there. And I'm also going to sort out my seatbelt because you spend so much time getting in and out here. It's easier just to click it in so it doesn't beep, and then off we go. Now I've got to go back through the security gate, and this time it will scan the container. When you go into the little hut to put your seal number in, it's exactly the same as the other computers where you type your registration number in. It then prompts you on the screen of what you need to do, so it's nice and easy. Approaching the exit gate now. That's where we were earlier, empty park 1. Ultimately, it doesn't matter which one you go through because you come out in the same place. Traffic light system for going through. Saw that earlier. It just means you can go all the way through when it's clear. You haven't got to stop and worry about the scans. Green light, let's go. Wait for the barrier and done.